All right, indeed, India's Gautam Roy joins us live from Muscat. Hi, Gautam. A very good morning to you from India. To begin with, how's it going in Muscat, Gautam?
Well, it's going really well. The Prime Minister landed yesterday. You saw the kind of reception that he got from the Indian diaspora here, 75,000 strong, and they were at their festive best. And now, of course, we're at the day's first event as far as day 2 of the Prime Minister's second visit to Oman goes, and that is the Oman-India Business Forum. All the top business persons from India, a delegation has come in from India as well, and all the top businessmen from Oman, even the public sector is here. In fact, with me right now, Siddhan, is Yusuf Ali. He's chairman of the Lulu Group. Good morning to you, and thank you for joining us, Mr. Yusuf Ali. What do you make of the prospects of India and Oman businesses, particularly when there's a SEPA happening now?
See, we have got 40 hypermarkets and shopping malls in Sultanate of Oman. And about 6,000 Omanis working for us, plus Indians suffering. See, the SEPA agreement which we are going to sign today is both the countries will benefit. We have got a lot of products which we are importing, about 1,000 crore rupees per year we import. But we now will double our import because when the SEPA sign, here there will not be any duty like that. And from here also a lot of industrial petroleum product which India can also import. So both the countries will benefit from this agreement. And we in the food sector, a lot of fruits, vegetables, and a lot of products, rice, tea, sugar in India, so we can import here also.
So that's the trade aspect of it, which will grow exponentially with the SEPA. What about investments? Both India and Oman are looking for investments. Oman looking to diversify from energy, which it mostly produces, and India also looking to set up industrial bases, particularly in this region.
See, under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we are going to be 5 trillion economy and third largest economy in the world. So all these GCC countries will benefit because a lot of bilateral trading and industrial relationship is grown, and the personal relationship between now we are in Sultanate of Oman. The personal relationship between His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and also our Honorable Prime Minister is very close. So personal, trading, bilateral and industrial. So both the relations are happening now and going great.
In the global geopolitical scenario, it has changed quite a lot ever since Donald Trump, the US president, came to his second term. He imposed tariffs on India, even punitive tariffs on India because of buying oil from Russia. But a country like Oman already has an FTA with the US. It's almost 20 years now. How do you think that dynamic with the US change?
India is a great country. So nobody can dictate the conditions with our country. So our country will go up and we will reach 5 trillion. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. So that was Yusuf Ali. He said regardless of any restrictions, there are many countries in the world who want to do business with India, enhance their business with India. Oman is one of them, which is why the SEPA is taking place. And it will take the bilateral business relationship, both trade, investments, people-to-people movement as well, Siddhan, to levels never seen before.
Definitely, and such is India's stature, Gautam, isn't it? I want to ask you, Gautam, that this visit by Prime Minister Modi is indeed significant in many ways, but what's in current focus perhaps is the FTA between both the sides. What updates do you have on this? And if done, how will it benefit both the countries? Gautam.
Well, it's a done deal in the sense that it is part of the schedule now.
Yeah.
It was announced yesterday at a business dialogue that was addressed by the Indian Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal and his Omani counterpart. Both of them confirmed that it's going to happen in the presence of Prime Minister Modi and Sultan Haitham bin Tariq when the two leaders meet at the palace Al Baraka Palace later in the day. The first event of the day, this one, where they will be told, both the business persons and public sector companies from both the Indian and Omani sides, as to the kind of opportunities that lie ahead for them. And they're conscious of it, they're aware of it, they're already working on it, they've been interacting B2B, B2G, G2G, all kinds of possibilities are there, Siddhant, and it's a done deal. It's just a matter of signing on the dotted line and exchange of documents, and we will get to know to what extent it will take the trade and investments forward as well, depending on the easing of the kind of tariffs that were there previously, and perhaps there will be 0% tariffs on almost all the goods imported from India, and a reciprocity element will be there as well for Oman.
Definitely. While interacting with Mr. Yusuf, Gautam, you were mentioning the energy ties. I want to ask you, Gautam, hydrocarbons and energy security has remained a mainstay of bilateral cooperation. Both countries are looking to diversify their energy baskets, and new opportunities, of course, are being explored in green hydrogen, solar energy and other sectors as well. Are we expecting some more additions in these baskets, Gautam?
Well, yes, certainly. I mean, look at the International Solar Alliance. Oman is on board with the International Solar Alliance, but solar energy generation has not really expanded much in Oman, and that is something that can be taken forward in India. Same, you mentioned green hydrogen. The Oman has these industry promotion zones, these tariffless zones as well. Multiple of them to which India has already got access in Sonar as well as in Dukum and other locations. This is where facilities can be set up. There can be even strategic reserves of oil and gas for India in Oman. So the possibilities are immense where energy is concerned, also in terms of renewable energy, both solar and other forms such as green hydrogen. But apart from that, if you look at manufacturing, that can be huge. Again, Oman looking for India to come and set up hubs over here. We already have a strong presence, perhaps the highest investment by any Indian company from Jindal Steel and Power, running into hundreds of millions of dollars here in Oman. They've been here for 15 years. We spoke to Naveen Jindal as well, a well-known industrialist, educationist, as well as a member of parliament. He's been here as well for several days and interacting with all the Omani businessmen. He's saying that because of the presence of just one company, Jindal Steel and Power, Oman has become self-sufficient in steel, and it's even got a surplus to export. So that's the kind of potential that this partnership has. India and Oman coming together, creating business hubs which can send out products, which can send out services, which can even send out personnel perhaps from different parts of the world, not just the Gulf, but even access Europe and America.
Definitely. Gautam, are we expecting anything on the defense front? It is also one of the key pillars when it comes to ties between India and Oman.
Yes, well, the relationship already exists. It's a strategic partner since 2008, and we have tri-services exercises taking place. The INSAS rifle is what the Omanis have already bought from India, and since that time, the Indian basket of indigenous manufacturing of defense equipment has really expanded. So it really depends on what kind of needs Oman has for its own defenses.
Right.
It has a stable government, a relatively stable environment as well, and it has great relationships in the region. So overall, except for the fact that there's been a conflict in Gaza, which has now been settled, they're going to be the leaders who are going to be looking at that situation as well, exchanging notes on that too. Depending on that and Oman's own defense needs, India has so much to offer. It has missiles, it has a fighter aircraft as well, showcase a fighter aircraft in the form of the Tejas. It depends what Oman needs, and I'm sure that that relationship can also be grown further.
Definitely. Gautam, now, lighten up the mood a bit. We saw how Prime Minister Modi was warmly welcomed by the Indian community there yesterday. You were also there. First, I want to ask you that how excited were they, and how do you assess people-to-people ties between India and Oman? Gautam.
Well, it was a very heartening sight, and this was something that was there in 2018 as well, because the Indian community has been in Oman for a long, long time, 5 millennia really. if you trace it back, the trade route from Manvi to Muscat. Of course, the Indian community is fairly diverse here as well. People from the south, from Kerala in tremendous numbers. There are Gujaratis, there are people from other parts of the country as well. In all sorts of sectors, there are people who are running companies, there are people who are employed in companies, even as blue-collar workers. So it's very diverse. And they were all there yesterday to greet Prime Minister Modi on his second, arrival in Oman, and it was a great sight to see, from young and old, children dancing for him, the traditional Ghumar Rajasthani dance, all girls. They were scared performing for the Prime Minister, but then he made it all easy for them. We had people from the Omani side as well, Omani drums being played and accompanied by a bagpipe too. So that was also quite interesting. And traditional Indian classical dances being performed as well. So it was a very colorful reception that the Prime Minister must be quite accustomed to now getting whenever he reaches a foreign country, and yet it is quite a sight to see when you are, you get to see it in front of your own eyes.
Very quickly now, Gautam, Oman is an important maritime partner, especially when we talk about Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean, and cooperation in this sector becomes important when we look at the current geopolitical scenario. Can we expect something here?
Well, already, Siddhant, we have a partnership going. We have access to the Dukum port as well. As a logistics hub, the Indian warships can come and dock over there. It is of tremendous help in anti-piracy operations throughout the Indian Ocean region, and even looking out for, let's say, rival country ships, spy ships in particular. We are familiar with that sort of an experience. So the Omanis have been collaborating and cooperating with India on that front for a long time. And I'm sure that is a relationship that can make progress. And we will perhaps not see so much of that in black and white when the leaders come out with their statements, when India and Oman come out with their statements. But it's a partnership that's quite robust and very effective as well.
Definitely. Gautam, very quickly, last question. How's your time going in Oman? And when we talk about cultural connect, what all have you seen there in Muscat as part of cultural connect between both the countries?
Well, Muscat, again, Muscat is Oman's capital, and as far as the Indian diaspora is concerned, the strongest presence is there in Muscat, although it's in other parts of Oman as well. There are two temples, I had sent reports about them as well. Prime Minister Modi, in his first visit here, had visited the Shiv temple. There's an even larger Krishna temple, the land for which was donated to the community by the Sultan, the late Sultan Qaboos, and there's a very nice, huge temple with a big community hall for all kinds of community events, festivals to be celebrated there, and all the freedom to celebrate as well. And India and Oman, both the communities really respect each other. They have, in fact, there are some Indian origin businessmen who have been given Omani citizenship as well. I'm not sure they're in the frame right now, but they're right behind me. They are in traditional Omani garb. They are wearing those robes, and they even have the Omani dagger, the symbolic dagger there as part of their waistline.
All right. All right, Gautam. Thank you so much for joining in.